So I just want to say congratulations on getting access to this video course. This is video number 1, and we're going to get started here, and I'm going to talk about the video course itself and what to expect and what we're going to talk about. And we're going to talk about the tools that you're going to need. Fortunately, we are going to be using free tools. You don't need to pay for any tools at all. So that's a big plus. So here's a quick video's overview of what's inside this particular video so you know exactly what to expect. This is of course video number 1. Video number 2 is talking about getting your resale rights product ready. So we're going to talk about the tools in this particular video, but in the next video, we're going to talk about actually getting things ready. So we're going to make sure that you have access to the downloadable product, the resale rights or the private label rights product. And you want to kind of sort it, you want to organize it so that you can be ready for video number 3. Now, we're going to talk about HTML basics, and we're going to be utilizing a specific tool that allows you to edit HTML. So you do not need to learn HTML, you're going to kind of fast track the system. And once you've learned how to use a tool, in video number 4, we're going to talk about customizing the sales page and the thank you pages. So I want you to kind of get an idea about how to go about doing that, because once you know that, it's going to be easier on video number 2 as we're going to connect the downloadable page, which is a thank you page, to the downloadable files. In video number 6, we're going to talk about how to automate your sales with PayPal buttons. So obviously you're going to need to have a PayPal account. We're going to show you how to connect the sales page, put a button on that, and when somebody pays, they are immediately sent to your thank you page. Now, of course, you generate this type of stuff, and then you add it to your sales page, and then in video number 7, we upload the files to your website using FTP or cPanel, depending on your web hosting company. And then of course we test it to make sure that it actually works. Now here are the things that you need. You need of course to have the product download. So you're going to need to have access to the video course, the ebook, or the product itself. You're going to need to access the sales page, the thank you page. If you don't have a thank you page, you can create a thank you page with the HTML editor that we're using, and I can show you how to do that. But most products should have a sales page and a thank you page. And then of course they should have the graphics that come with the sales page and the Photoshop files. Now, if you want to edit the graphics and the Photoshop files, you can with Adobe Photoshop. And I'll show you where to go to get that tool. Now, of course, you will need to have a HTML editor, which is going to edit the pages that you're given. Now, we are using a product called Composer, which is a WYSIWYG tool, which is basically a simplified saying what you see is what you get. So if you know how to use Microsoft Word, then utilizing this tool should be easy. It should not be hard. Next, you're going to need to have FTP access, which is something that your web hosting company will give you. So assuming you have set up your domain and your web hosting, they should give you your username and password and the FTP information. So that should be given to you, and you should have that in hand. Now, in order to connect your web hosting system, you can either do it via cPanel, which is what most web hosting company uses. And if that's the case, we will show you how to do that. And if that's not the case, and they're using something like a proprietary system, we will want to use FileZilla, and I'll show you how to use that in that particular video as well. And then of course, you're gonna definitely need to have a PayPal account. Okay, so let's talk about where to get these tools. The first tool is called Composer, and this tool will allow you to edit and customize your sales page and your thank you page. And it'll also allow you to add your PayPal buttons to your pages. Now, like I said, you don't need to know anything about HTML code. I'm going to show you some hacks that will allow you to fast track and will prevent you from really having to learn HTML code. So what you want to do is you want to head on over to composer.net. That's KOMPOZER.net. Now, you get to the site, you want to click on the downloads button at the top, because this will allow you to access all sorts of different downloadables of the software for different operating systems. So if you're using Windows, you have it here under English, and then Mac OS, you have it here, or even Linux. Now, you also have different languages here that are available to you if you speak in a different language. But if you do English, you go under here, you click on download, and of course you install the program. The next software is called FileZilla, and this is great. I love using this software. It's free and it's really easy to use. So if you don't have something like cPanel, then you can use FileZilla. And actually, in my opinion, FileZilla is faster to use once you have figured out how to use it. And I'll show you how to use it in the future videos. And of course, last but not least, you will need to have a PayPal account, preferably a PayPal business account, especially if you're selling. You don't want to have a personal account, because a business account allows you to create buttons and allows you to access all sorts of other features that will help your business. So with that said, let's move on to video number 2.